to or welcome back to the Wilding Astro Tarot YouTube channel. My name is Jade Wilding and it's a pleasure to have you here on my channel today for our Pick a Card tarot reading. Today's reading will be asking for messages about anyone who's maybe dreaming of you at the moment and what they're dreaming. So we're in Scorpio season, very watery. The watery element has a lot to do with our dreams and our intuition and sensing, things like that. So yeah, I'm expecting some of y'all to be having vivid dreams about each other. So we're really going to explore what those dreams might be today. And our reading is going to have four parts. First, we're going to use our little jar of magic to find out some characteristics about this person who's been potentially dreaming about you. This could be physical characteristics or their personality, so that you know who this reading is about. Then we will ask for general themes of what they're dreaming about using our astrology deck. Next, we will use our tarot to get more detailed messages about what this dream entails, and also potentially this person's response to what they're dreaming about as well. And then finally we'll finish off with some oracles and find out if there's anything you need to know, any energy you need to embody, or anything you might need to be prepared for. We'll just leave it kind of up to the oracles to decide what to tell us about this information you're receiving today. If at any point the messages start to resonate, I would love it if you could like and leave me a comment if you have the capacity to do so. The subscribe button is also there for you if you'd like to stick around on this channel for more tarot and astrology content like this. This tarot video today is sponsored by my online tarot course, Unlocking the Wisdom of the Tarot, which launches at the end of the year. And if today's video inspires you to learn more about the tarot, you can sign up now for that course for an early bird discount, which will be the most that course is ever discounted. At the moment, Teachable is still not allowing me to switch the pre-sale discount from 50% for early bird to 25% for some reason. And so if you sign up super soon, you'll still be able to get it for that 50% off price. However, just depending how things go on my end, hopefully I'll be able to change that, swap the discount out to the 25% off, and that could happen any day now. So yeah, I'm trying to get that fixed still. It's been like 3 weeks, I think, and I still haven't been able to fix it yet. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think that has worked out for the best for you guys, for some people that were maybe not able to meet that original deadline. So yeah, I'm kind of fine with it. I'm not super stressed. I went on a bit of a tangent there. If you would like to learn more about the course, I'll link the video that I made announcing it. But if you stick around to the end of your reading today, I'll also be leaving the clip at the end of each reading today so that you can learn more about it that way. But now that all of the background and plugs are out of the way, and it looks like we're just about finished setting up our ritual space, let's get into today's video. Okay, Wilding, so for today's video, you're going to choose either pile 1, 2, or 3 and head to the corresponding timestamp below to get your reading about who's dreaming about you and what are they dreaming. And if you're drawn to more than one pile, start with the pile that you're most drawn to and head to the second one after. There might be messages for you that are split over 2 readings, or your reading might be a combination of 2 different energies. However, if you're still not called to a video, I would recommend closing your eyes, pausing the video, on the little freeze frame that I'll leave you in a moment. And if after you've closed your eyes, taken some deep breaths, and then reopened your eyes, if you're not immediately drawn to one of the piles, this particular general tarot reading might not have a reading for you today, but I promise if you hit the subscribe button, I will do another video like this. So potentially your messages are coming at a later date. Today's tarot reading is a general tarot reading. I will be offering multiple interpretations of some of the cards if there's more than one energy that could be applied to that card. However, because it is a general energy reading and I'll be reading mostly to the dominant energy, it's important that you bring along your intuition so that you can take what resonates and leave what doesn't. However, if at any point you would like to get a more personal and specific tarot reading that's not a general tarot reading online, something that's made just for reading your particular situation energies, then you can head to any of my links to get all kinds of readings from me. I offer 3 kinds of readings. The first is a single question tarot reading where I can clarify something super easy and simple that you might have on your mind, or that might come up during this reading that you want to know more about very specifically for you. For this reading type, all you need to do is head to the link, make the $50 AUD payment, leave your question and email attached as a note, and then I will email you back with your reading. Secondly, I offer combined astro tarot readings that are much more detailed. It includes a written astrology reading and a video tarot reading. For this reading type, you need to head to the link, fill out a request form, and you can basically build whatever kind of reading you want from the ground up there. So finally, I offer a astrology only reading, which is also very detailed. It's also done through a build your own reading request. And this one as well is arranged over email from there. So we do invoice, reading, like approximation date, and all that sort of stuff over email. So those last 2 are super detailed if you want something a bit more-ish for your personal reading. But now that all of the instructions and the disclaimers are out of the way, it's time to get into today's video. So choosing either pile 1, 2, or 3, and wherever you end up, I'll see you there in a moment. Hey there, pile 1. If you chose this crystal, then this reading is probably for you, but take what resonates and leave what doesn't. We're going to start with getting some messages from our little jar of magic to find out who exactly has been dreaming about y'all. Who's been dreaming, that was a lot, about pile 1, please. Okay, this person who's been dreaming about you has short hair, an athletic body. It's quite charming. The hair may be on the straighter side, maybe dark brown. They have fairly arched eyebrows, maybe a little bit outdoorsy. Their face shape might be kind of diamondy, so narrow at the chin. Light brown hair if it's not dark brown hair. Eyes may be on the rounded side. Oh, we also have wavy hair. So we've got a few different kinds of people here by the looks of it. Okay, so this person might be in some sort of position where they like teach people things. They may also wear glasses. Okay, so they may take care of their eyebrows. This is someone who's fairly sculpted. Eyes may be fairly large as a feature. They like to keep to themselves a lot. They also have red hair if it's not brown, or it may have a reddish tinge. Okay, so we've also got blonde hair as well. So we've got a lot of different kinds of people here by the looks of it. This person may be fashionable, impulsive, and risk taker. So if one person is mostly coming to mind, or maybe multiple people, just given that we had a few double ups, then that person is most likely dreaming about y'all, and that's who this reading is going to be about. Let's start with getting the themes of what this person's dreaming about, please, or these people are dreaming about. At least get the themes about what this person or people are dreaming about for pile 1. Okay, so this person's dreams are probably mostly sexual and or romantic, most likely both though, with the fire element and water element coming out. So this is very kind of like emotional sensual, and this is much more fiery and passionate. So it looks like mostly what they've been dreaming about is this kind of more intimate connection and maybe more physical connection between the two of you. They're probably dreaming that you're together in these dreams, like there's some sort of official relationship agreement. Libra loves to make things kind of very official and committed, so that's probably what they're dreaming about. I would say that potentially what they've dreamt about is maybe more to do with some a little bit out there dreams. They may not be making a lot of sense to them, but I think it's potentially their subconscious like trying to work through some stuff. Uranus and 11th house energy is kind of really about the web of how things are all connected in a very intricate way, and it's probably this person's trying to, their subconscious while they're dreaming seems to be trying to nut out the nature of this connection. Whenever there's like a moon energy coming out when talking about dreams, moon energy really solidifies things from reality during dreams. Like we learn a lot about life during dreams. We organize whatever information we're being exposed to at night during our dreams. And I would say that during their dreams, they're clarifying like what it is that they want, especially what it is that they desire with this connection, and maybe even realizing how they really feel in their dreams. It seems like they're putting a lot together in their dreams, and it's potentially making them maybe see you as like very dreamy, maybe a wish come true with this 11th house energy. You could be in each other's network somehow. This 11th house energy can be like work, social media, friends, like any kind of slightly removed situation. And I would say with this change energy in the dream, you're appearing very different to them, to potentially how your relationship is organized in real life. But yeah, I think potentially they're starting to see a future because of whatever it is that they've been dreaming. But let's get some more detailed messages about what this person has been dreaming about. Could we please get more detailed messages about what this person has been dreaming about, please? So this person's working through their own fears while they're dreaming about you. It is Scorpio season, and Scorpio season does have a lot to do with working through fears. So yeah, I would say that their dreams maybe aren't the nicest. They may not feel super. They may not wake up being like, oh my god, that was such a good dream to have. They may wake up a little bit kind of anxious and afraid, especially with all these reversals. We've got the Tower and the Devil upright though. This is a nice energy right way up. This is a nice energy right way up. This is a nice energy right way up. So yeah, it seems like they're feeling very challenged in these dreams. They're probably being exposed to some inner truths and maybe some inner demons, and yeah, some of their own kind of hang-ups and stuff regarding relationships with this Devil card. Yeah, like I think they're having a little bit of a struggle with this connection with some of their inner demons by the looks of things. This Queen of Swords Devil energy is definitely giving fighting inner demons right now, and doing a lot of that through the dreamscape of like, yeah, trying to kind of organize their thoughts, organize their feelings, and transmute them into something more productive. The Six of Swords often talks about self-transmutation. It's coming out in reverse, so I don't think this person has done that yet, but I think they're well on the way, well into the process of trying to transmute some of their fears in the dreamscape, so that they can show up potentially a little bit better in reality. Things are probably very early stages with this Ace of Pentacles, like not much has come together with this connection yet, but yeah, it seems like what they're dreaming about is really important in cultivating this future between the two of you. Because I think if things were to move too quickly with the two of you, what you would build would ultimately rot. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse can talk about like accumulating a lot of success, but having your own stuff kind of come up and sabotage it. If you look at the original artwork, it's a guy like raking all these leaves together, and you can see some of them are really green and abundant, and some of them are brown and starting to rot because yeah, this person's own kind of fears are coming into the equation, and maybe self-sabotaging. So yeah, it seems like these fears might even be from childhood with this Six of Cups, because this has a lot of kind of innocence, that childlike innocence tied to it. They may not have had the kind of love that they want modeled for them, so they're having like a little bit of a moment trying to figure out how to put aside all of that kind of programming and conditioning, so that they can have what it is that they truly want. The Tower moment often refers to like letting go of kind of the mind that's been curated by the world around you, and kind of letting it go so that you can reconnect with God and a higher power. And traditionally it's drawn with a man and a woman being thrown out of a tower, and the man's on fire, which represents the more conscious mind, like the mind that's been more conditioned, whereas the subconscious mind is not on fire, and she's represents the connection of the subconscious mind to the superconscious or God or the cosmic consciousness or whatever that may be. So it's kind of like burning everything that's like getting in your way, for you to have the things that you want and for you to manifest the things that you want, because manifestation is heavily tied to the subconscious energies. So yeah, it seems like this person is kind of going through it at the minute, having some really weird, wacky dreams. And yeah, potentially in those dreams, like you guys are a lot further along in the relationship, and like them kind of going there in a dreamland and not necessarily going there in the physical yet is actually helping them work through some stuff. And if they were to go there in the physical right now, they might self-sabotage, but they're kind of getting like this practice round in the dreamscape, which I actually really like for them. I think it's a good, healthy way to work through some of our fears. So yeah, this person's definitely on a bit of a journey, in a bit of a process right now. But let's see if the cards have any advice for you for how to, what's coming maybe, or is there anything pile one needs to know about this person or these people that are dreaming about them? We have more about what this person Okay, so you guys need to kind of just chill with the situation as it is. Be resilient, don't take things too personally. Worry about you and just see if you can practice maybe a bit more gratitude for the big picture and for things happening slowly, because it's happening slowly so that it can happen sustainably. So yeah, try and practice gratitude for things panning out the way they are, because it's important. And even if you're not getting everything that you want right now, know that a new beginning, or this kind of beginning relationship, or whatever it is with this person, is right around the corner, and it's going to feel so much more nourishing, because on each side there's not going to be this element of self-sabotage and fear that's coming up. So you're actually going to, once you get there, it's going to be more enjoyable. You're going to enjoy it a lot more. But yeah, it seems like a fiery climax is approaching. It's got double Libra energy, so yeah, looks like this is happening because it's what's best for everyone, and just be confident in the process that it needs to pan out this way. Yeah, it is what it is. Just be confident, trust the process, trust that there's a climax approaching, I would say, in the not too distant future as well. Okay. So your affirmations for this time are: I am filled with creative energy and I'm ready to manifest. The universe and my inner self are harmoniously balanced. So yeah, trust what's being created for you, and that it's being created in the highest good, and all the things that you've wanted, that you've already been manifesting. This is the way that it's kind of coming true, like you putting your intention out there, and then the universe kind of conspiring to make it happen, with this kind of you versus the universe, or you with the universe maybe is a better way to put it. It's all happening the way that it has to, for your real wishes to come true. So yeah, trust the process. But I think I might leave that there for today. I think that's kind of enough to sit with and take on. It's been a pleasure reading for y'all. I would love if you can leave a comment if you have the capacity to do so, and also subscribe to my channel to support me on this page. And if you want to learn more about my online tarot course that's coming up at the end of the year, you can stick around. That announcement video will be inserted straight after this reading. But until I see y'all again, ciao. Hey there, part 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful crystal, then this reading is probably for you, but as always, bring along your own intuition and discernment to your reading. We're going to first use this little jar of tricks. find out who's been dreaming about y'all. Who's been dreaming about pile 2, please? Who's been dreaming about pile 2? What are they like, please? Okay, the person who's been dreaming about y'all is fairly easy to get along with. They're fairly agreeable. They might be a little bit introverted or extroverted, so we have both introverts and extroverts. Might be an ambivert, actually. Might be ambitious. Might be able to notice that their eyebrows are quite thin or sparse naturally. They may wear glasses. May have freckles. May be a bit of a loner. Might be quite angelic in nature, so just have a really good side to themselves. May be successful as well as ambitious in whatever their endeavors are. Fairly friendly, and they may have a very distinctive arch to their eyebrow. But let's get maybe some themes about what's this person dreaming about. What's this person who's dreaming about pile 2 dreaming about, please? What's this person dreaming about pile 2 dreaming about, please? What's this person who's dreaming about pile 2 dreaming about, please? Someone who has unfinished business with you is dreaming about you, and it seems like kind of what's playing out in their subconscious is some sort of communication of truth. Some sort of maybe, yeah, there's something in this person's throat chakra which is heavy, this second house energy, their truth, that's maybe been a bit blocked up. And yeah, I'm feeling like they feel like they're supposed to come talk to you about it. They might have to travel to see you, or they maybe have to make a conscious effort to learn how to communicate their truth in the most effective way as well. So yeah, this communication might have been coming for a long time, but coming very slowly. Yeah, there's lots of communication energy here. There's like definitely karma between the two of you. Potentially it might have to do with this person being like super independent, super autonomous, maybe not super open in the connection. Aries energy, when it's immature, can be a little bit selfish, and yeah, maybe that's been on their mind where they kind of like overplayed this Aries energy, and maybe what they perceived to be a boundary was actually them avoiding or withdrawing, or really worrying about themselves and not worrying about how their actions were going to affect others as much. But yeah, now I feel like they feel like the karma of that is weighing heavily on them. They may not have been as generous with you, with their like time, with their resources, whatever it may be. They might have prioritized maybe some material things in the world over you at the time, and yet they're just feeling heavily weighed down by this karma, and it seems like this person wants to right that wrong and really express their truth. And I think I'm kind of getting the feeling that they're hoping for forgiveness. Yeah, I feel like this person's definitely going to act with this destiny card coming out. I feel like they see the only way to transmute all this like maybe shame and guilt that they've been feeling is to express this energy to you. They feel like it's part of their path, part of the way that they're destined to kind of like overcome these energies. So yeah, this person's dreams are really about them trying to figure out what to say, how to say it. and how to approach you with this communication that they think you deserve and they think karmically they need to deliver. But let's get some more detailed messages about maybe what it is. Can you tell me more about what they're dreaming about and maybe what they're thinking they need to communicate? So this person is dreaming about making things right for you. They feel like they might have caused you pain or harm in some way, and they are really feeling this kind of heavy weight of karma, accountability, responsibility weighing on their chest that they need to make this right with you. They know they were not generous enough with their time, with their resources, maybe with their thoughts of you at the time that you were together, and they know that they really need to make that right with you. Potentially at the time they might have kind of abandoned you a little bit to pursue more material things. Maybe they were like looking for something a bit more checkbox, something a bit more objective, a little bit more physical, but yeah, they were ignoring like a deeper truth of this connection, maybe a more spiritual truth, something that runs a lot deeper. This Eight of Cups energy can be right way up. It's about turning away from things that materially and physically make sense and following kind of a path that's maybe a little bit more spiritual in nature. And this Four of Swords is kind of a similar energy in terms of connecting to the Word of God rather than acting from like the mind or the ego or anything like that. And maybe they didn't do that in the past, but they feel like they should have, and they feel like you should know that they know they made the wrong choice here. This person may be in a bit of an obsessive place. This is a Venus in Scorpio energy. Venus is currently in Scorpio, and so they might be a little bit obsessed with the idea of making things right with you right now, which is why this is playing out in their dreams. This Strength card can be working things out in the subconscious mind. So I think a lot of what they're dreaming about is maybe trying to like work out some stuff within their own subconscious, because the Strength card can talk about manifestation, and potentially this person manifested their own fears because of what was going on in their subconscious mind, like really prioritizing the wrong things and not taking accountability for the right things. So they might have created a bit of self-fulfilling prophecy, and when things did play out, they kind of realized how much they fucked up only in hindsight. And so now they've kind of got this obsession with trying to make it right and trying to take accountability for maybe how their own ego or whatever from within was like biasing them a lot. I think this person's really hopeful that when they do act, it's going to be well received, and you're going to kind of, this artwork is traditionally drawn with like a knight having a parade thrown for him, or like kind of riding gallantly back into town. I don't know if they really believe that, but that's what they want. I don't think they really believe that's going to happen, but that's what they hope to happen, which I think is still more of their ego stuff. I don't think they should expect to be well received from basically all the way that they've messed up, because this Sun card can talk about like redemption, or like the highest truth, and I just don't think that kind of reception would be reflective of kind of the highest truth between the two of you. And yeah, with this Sun, with this redemption energy in reverse, I just feel like I don't know if this is necessarily going to be enough, maybe, because yeah, it does still seem like there's a little bit of ego here that maybe they would have to work through first. Yeah, for some of y'all this might be well received. For other of y'all, I just don't think this person is yet in the place where the highest version of themselves is being expressed. So I just think intuitively you're going to know, and intuitively maybe you're going to receive them based on kind of their integrity when they come towards you. Let's see if the oracles have anything else for y'all. Kind of feeling like he or she or whoever needs to get off their high horse a little bit, because yeah, I think they're being fairly ambitious with what they're expecting, and I think for some of y'all they caused a lot of pain. Yeah, so yeah, I don't think this person is being overly accurately self-reflective. I think they might be a little bit biased with the way they're perceiving themselves at the moment, and I think maybe them sitting in kind of the darkness, in the void, and kind of releasing a little bit of ego and focusing on coming in with more integrity, with more honor, with more truth, and like waiting is a good idea for them. Because yeah, I'm kind of getting the feeling that right now the energy's not right, and if they were to come in right now, they'd come in with a lot of ego. So I think just be mindful that if this person comes in the very near future, just to be mindful if they're coming in from an ego place. If they come in a bit later, and they do seem super genuine, then yeah, take that. I think still things are panning out, still things are yeah, I don't think this person's necessarily made a decision about when they're coming in, but I think that you need to know that you're good either way, no matter what this person does. Like, kind of all the work you've done to kind of let go of this connection, to process pain, to, you know, understand things, all the hard work that you've been doing is definitely beneficial. What's interesting is we have a bit of Moon and Cancer energy, and this is heavily tied to dreams and the unconscious, so potentially you're working through some stuff as well in the dreamland at the moment, and that may be helping you process a lot of stuff. So yeah, for some of y'all, if there's a bit of time between now and this reunion, it might work out. If anything's rushed, I would expect that it won't. For most of y'all, obviously there'll be exceptions to both rules, but yeah, I think this person still has a bit to process, which is potentially why they're dreaming about you. They're still processing stuff, still learning stuff about themselves. But yeah, let's get a little affirmation to end on. Okay, so we have my inner being is connected to the divine wisdom of the universe. So you're going to know when this person comes in, which way they're coming in, or why they're coming in, if they're still coming from an ego place, or if they're coming from a more enlightened and healed place. So yeah, definitely trust your own inner wisdom with that. But yeah, I'm just glad that you guys are nice and forewarned, just to see how things play out. But I think I'm going to leave that there. That feels like enough to kind of sit with and take away for today. It's been a pleasure reading for you. I would love if you can like the video if it resonated, comment if you had any capacity to do so, and subscribe if you'd like to support me on this channel and see more content like this. If that's not enough and you would like to see a bit more of me, I do have an online tarot course launching at the end of the year. The information for that will both be linked down below, and I'll also insert a clip about that course up directly after this reading that you can stick around for to check out. And yeah, with that out of the way, I think that's all I have to say until I see you again. Ciao. Hey there, Pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful moss agate crystal, then this reading is probably for you, but as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're first going to find out what characteristics this person who's been dreaming about you has. So this can be physical, could be temperament. Who's been dreaming about Pile 3, please? Who's been dreaming about Pile 3, please? Someone with light brown hair might have been dreaming about y'all. Someone who is fairly compassionate in nature. Their face may be a bit more squarish. You also could have had red hair in the past, or may have, well, there may be two people. They may be nurturing. They may be thoughtful. They may like to take risks, maybe on the shorter side in terms of their height. They have blue eyes. Alright, so we have some people that are tall and some people that are short. Yeah. May be quite critical, so this can be a strong inner critic or be highly critical of others. Usually they go hand in hand. But quite open, especially open-minded. So let's find out a bit more about what this person is dreaming about, y'all. Will you please have what this person is dreaming about, Pile 3, please? So you might have some soul ties with this person, and potentially this person has been dreaming about either conflict that's being stirred up in this life, or potentially even conflict that has repeated in this life from past lives that's maybe weighing on them a little bit heavily, and they're not actually sure why. This connection with someone who's, yeah, maybe a bit more distant to them at this time, in terms of this incarnation, is so intense. So yeah, they're a little bit not sure why you're provoking a lot out of them, but yeah, it's because there's some sort of soul connection. There's been some sort of death and reincarnation in this life together, and so there's already stuff between the two of you on a soul level. And I would say that the two of you intuitively kind of know that it's going to end up in some sort of romantic, or at the very least very committed situation between the two of you. But yeah, I think, yeah, a lot is being stirred up in this person already, and they're kind of using the dream space to like unpack that on a very subconscious level. I would say this person might be dreaming about traveling to see you, especially if you're in a more foreign like city or country or whatever. And they may also in their dreams be unpacking like how you guys might be connected. If they're like super woo-woo, they might be working out that you might have a past life connection. If they're not, they may just feel like they've known you somewhere before, and they can't kind of get rid of this feeling that they know of you from somewhere. So yeah, I think you're occupying a lot of their mind potentially. And yeah, you're kind of playing on their conscious mind a lot, and so therefore when they're going to sleep at night, a lot of that stuff that's coming up in during the day on their mind is kind of being played out again, and they're like kind of unpacking it, maybe playing out some stuff to try and understand it. But let's get more detailed messages about maybe the nature of this connection and what exactly they're dreaming. We get more about what this person is dreaming about. So this person who's dreaming about you, you guys have been together in previous lifetimes, it seems. There was definitely a deep love in other lifetimes, but also potentially some conflict in past lives that didn't get worked out to their highest potential. I would say with this Nine of Cups coming out that you guys are fairly old souls, and quite spiritual, each in your own right. The Nine of Cups is traditionally drawn with someone with 9 cups above their head, and this is to represent that the true happiness comes from connection to the spirituality of yourself, rather than anything physical in life. So yeah, I would say the two of you are very highly intelligent old souls, but yeah, there was some unresolved conflict from a past life that you guys are supposed to figure out how to deal with a little bit better in this life between the two of you. You're supposed to take a bit more of a spiritual approach. This Hierophant energy is really a heavy wisdom energy, like really playing things out to the highest just highest integrity. The Hierophant is traditionally drawn like in a bit of a grey scene, and this is representing understanding the duality of life, understanding that two people can be quite different at times. Maybe one sees the world quite black and the other sees the world quite white, or whatever other metaphor you want to use, but the reality of life is often that kind of grayscale, and this is really the wisdom of the Hierophant, is like really seeing the shades of grey, and potentially that's what y'all were supposed to see in a past life, but it's definitely not what happened. So this person's kind of being triggered by some of the conflict in past life. This can be some sort of conflict between the two of you, and so they're kind of like dreaming to work out some of their fears, it seems, and to try and start to have a bit more of a balanced perspective about the two energies, to understand your point of view maybe a bit more, and to less obnoxiously stand by their own point of view. Yeah. This Temperance energy is kind of, it's like, again, it's really reflecting this balance. The two of you are trying to both achieve, it seems. And yeah, I think at this stage, mentally, they haven't quite worked out how that's going to play out. I think they feel very deeply, and their feelings are maybe motivating them to try and work it out. But yeah, just yet they haven't kind of like intuitively come to that place where they work out how the two of you can kind of both be right and also both be wrong, in a sense. Like, your own point of view isn't the only point of view, but the two of you working together cohesively kind of is actually a little bit closer to the truth of life. So yeah, it seems like they're having a bit of a struggle, but I kind of see it all panning out well in the future, given that they're motivated by their own kind of love that's spilt over from one life into the other. Like, there's definitely a very abundant love here, that's going to probably motivate them to kind of get it right this time, and for you to get it right as well. I think both of you will probably work on being a bit more emotionally available in this life. Maybe let go of some of this kind of stubbornness, this swords energy, like knowing when to put down your pride, your ego, your own point of view, and to really be open to each other's perspective. Will be an important part of the journey of this life. I just think it might take some time. And yeah, this person's kind of seemingly figuring out how to do that now. Okay, so they're probably dreaming about you a lot with this darkness card coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if they were dreaming about you every night. But they're still probably in a little bit of an anxious place about it, I would say. So y'all both just need to trust and surrender to the higher process. Because yeah, on a soul level, there's lots of changes coming for the two of you. You may find yourself extremely attracted to each other, not very far away. Yeah, it seems like there's going to be a prosperous connection in the not too distant future, and definitely the negativity from the past lives definitely going to be released, so that you guys can start this new romantic cycle kind of on a fresh leaf. But yeah, kind of the process is important by the looks of things. Your affirmation to get you through this time is, I'm filled with creative energy and I'm ready to manifest. So yeah, like really focus your creative energy on manifesting the kind of connection that you want on a soul level. So like getting really clear on that, like tuning into kind of the soul dream, the soul wish. and that should help the two of you energetically kind of work through whatever's kind of lingering, whatever past life fears are currently lingering for the two of you, so you guys can kind of work some shit out in this life. But I think I'm going to leave that here. That feels like enough to kind of sit with for now. I hope it has been helpful or entertaining at the very least. And if you liked this reading, if it started to resonate there, make sure to hit the like button. You can leave me a comment if you have the capacity to do so. And don't forget the subscribe button is also there for you if you would like to support me on this channel and stick around for more astrology and tarot content like this. I'll be leaving a clip with my information about my online course at the end of this reading if you make it all the way through and you're interested to learn more about the tarot. And with all of that out of the way, I think that's all I have to say. So until next time, ciao.